I'm gonna start with Qabbani. Qabbani got 24 out of 25. Let me see what's your mistake. Okay. You have a question related to transition Qabbani.
Mm.
Let me open it in front of you now. Let's start with residents. Okay, this one Qabbani. Uh, your answer actually, you make it cause and effect to Qabbani. Despite that we said that we're going to use the rule of odd one out, except in level 3. So therefore, it's cause and effect. Consequently, cause and effect. Hence, cause and effect. On the contrary, contradiction. It's one of the easiest Qabbani. So we have 3 cause and effect and 1 contradiction. My answer is gonna go to the odd one out. But I have to prove that this is right. So read the sentence, one before and one after to find the relation. He said residents complain bitterly about potholes in the streets and sloppy trash pickup. They complain. These people that they are complaining, Muhammad Qabbani, resist paying higher taxes for the
Mm.
improvement of these services. So how they complain? And they are against paying taxes for those services. So on the contrary. Clear, Qabbani?
Clear.
Let me see if you have other question that you got them wrong. No, Qabbani, thank you. Only this question. Number 2, Ahmed Al-Muzim. You got 23. Let me find your mistakes. Okay, also a transition. One of the transition. It's called Brian's. Let me see Brian's here. Brian's. This Ahmed, number 11.
Yes.
Your answer is because. Okay. Ahmed, I'm going to remind you of something because sometimes the question will cover 2 skills together. Do you remember when I told you that because is a subordinate conjunction? It changed the sentence to be dependent? The right?
Yes.
So if we have independent, then dependent, Ahmed. If we have independent, then dependent, we mustn't put anything between them, not semicolon. So because actually grammatically is wrong. Clear?
Because you have semicolon, we cannot add a subordinate
Yes.
conjunction.
So from the beginning, I'm not going to add it. I'm going to cancel it. Clear?
Yes, yes.
Now we have although. Although it's the same thing like because it's a subordinate conjunction. It's a subordinate conjunction. So I'm going to cancel it. So now although and because will make this sentence dependent. I can't put semicolon. So A and D wrong. Clear, Ahmed?
Yes, clear.
Now we are between. However, in other words, yes, we can put semicolon with them. So however, contradiction, in other words, addition. Let's find its contradiction. Or in other words, I'm sorry. I'm going to change. In other words, not to addition. I'm going to make it rephrase. He said Brian's writing is really distinct. Then after that he said, I can hear his voice when I read the words he chooses. In other words, it's not contradiction. It's something valuable. Clear, Ahmed?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Let's see other mistake.
We got 2 mistakes, right?
I don't know because they are 27 questions and they know that there are some are not calculated. So, okay, the other one, again transition. Again transition. The one that has while eating sweets. This one, Ahmed. Your answer, Ahmed, for example, you make an exemplification. Let's find. That's why, Ahmed, it's a cause or explanation. For example, exemplification. However, contradiction and contrary contradiction. So we're going to put these together aside. And we're going to find out first, is it cause and effect or explanation or exemplification? So a sentence before and a sentence
In
after.
this question, I was thinking that's why it's not a conjunction, so I deleted it quickly.
Okay. While eating sweets, the brain instantly releases endorphins, which make us feel happy and reduce pain. Many pediatricians, the people that they are checking children, give sweets to children while giving injection. Why? To make them feel happy and reduce pain. So that's why. Clear?
Yes.
Let me see if you have other questions or not. No, thank you, Ahmed. Only 2 questions. After is Salma. You got 22, Salma. You are with me, Salma?
اه
Open your mic, please. Okay. Salma, the first question that you got it wrong is again transition like your friends. I need the one that has this practice. Okay, here's Salma. Number 4. Your answer, Salma, you make it similarly. Agreement. That's fine. Accordingly, cause and effect. Nevertheless, contradiction. Regardless, contradiction. Similarly, agreement. So bring nevertheless and regardless and put them aside. Let's find first, is it cause and effect or agreement? If it's not, so we're going to go to the contradiction. Sentence before and sentence after. He said, this practice of continued education, also known as professional development, benefits not only employees but also their employers. مش بس الموظفين، ده كمان اصحاب الشغل. Then after that he said, meaningful professional development is a shared responsibility. What does it mean? It's the responsibility of employers to provide useful programs. And it's also the responsibility of employees to take advantage of the opportunities offered to them. So cause and effect. Because of that, it's a meaningful professional development that they are working together, not agreement. Clear?
امم
Let's see another one. The question after it. You make it around the same time. You make this around the same time. Let's find. Around the same time is sequence. Forget about addition. Besides that, addition. Nevertheless, contradiction. Likewise, agreement. Let's find sentence before and sentence after. He said some employers utilize several approaches simultaneously, developing a framework that suits the particular needs of their employees. After that, he said, the figure illustrates a simple yet comprehensive professional development model created. Here he said they develop a framework, and here he talked about the figure. So it's a kind of agreement that both of them talk about how they design a framework for professional development. So likewise, clear?
اه
تمام. Let's go to see. We have another one. The one that has members assert. All of them are transition. We need to revise transition. Your answer in number 7, you make it nonetheless. Contradiction. Here we have, for example, exemplification. Nonetheless, contradiction. To these ends, sum up, not addition. Similarly, agreement. A sentence before and sentence after. He said members assert that food should be flavorful, carrying the properties of a particular region. It should be raised using environmentally sustainable practices that preserve biodiversity. And it should be accessible to all without exploiting the labors of those who produce it. Said this after. A slow food runs program that supports small-scale producers in marketing regional foods in a world where food corporation threaten to drive them out of the marketplace and homogenize food choices. So he make a summary because here he said that we mustn't exploit ما نستغلش laborers. We must indicate or the food must carry the properties of a particular region and it must be sustainable. And here he start to mention it or to make a kind of sum up for what he said up. So to these ends, clear Salma?
اه في سؤال كمان على فكرة.
هو بشوف يا سلمى لسه. Yes. The one for pharmacy. Let me see it. But it's an indication that no one get any mistake in the rhetorical synthesis. MashaAllah. You learn by heart how to answer it. This one, Salma. Your answer for it, you make it in addition. In addition, addition. Therefore, cause and effect. For example, exemplification, however, contradiction. Okay, let's find sentence before and sentence after. He said pharmaceutical companies have increased funding. شركات الصيدلة funding for research and development. The sentence after, Pharma X company, it's one of the companies. It's one of the companies. Has increased its research and development budget every year for the last 10 years. For example. Clear, Salma? Thank you,
Okay.
Salma. After we have Hussam. You got Hussam 21. Hussam, you start with a mistake in the rhetorical synthesis. Haram عليك يا Hussam. Number one. Hussam, we said in the rhetorical synthesis for level 1 and 2, it's easily to be picked up, to be chosen. What you want here? To describe the walk shape. Describe the walk shape. Your answer, Hussam, you make it C. Okay, I need the walk shape. Grace Young 2004 book, The Breath of a Wok, traces the history of a cooking pan. Where is the shape? Nothing. Look at B. A wok is a cooking pan with a round wide base and a high angle sides. Yes, here describe the shape of the wok. Your answer here. The design of a wok, a type of cooking pan that originated in China during the Han Dynasty. Help the pan cook food evenly and contain oil splatters. Billahi, tell me, where is the shape here? Does he say anything about the shape, Hussein?
لا.
Able to cook food evenly and contain oil splatters. The wok is the subject of Grace Young 2004 book. Nothing. So the answer is B. Clear, Hussein?
Yeah.
Let's see the other questions. Another rhetorical, Hussein. Another rhetorical. The one that has while coaching. This, Hussein. Your answer, Hussein, here is D. He said, what the goal? He wants the difference, Hussein, between coaching and mentoring. The difference, Hussein, between coaching and mentoring. While coaching refers to a method of training to develop skills, while contradiction, difference, Hussein. Mentoring is a process of using trained individual to provide guidance. So now we show the differences between coaching and mentoring. B, coaching and mentoring are applied to enhance the member level. Here he showed the similarity, not the differences. Coaching enhance the member productivity or overcome a performance problem. Okay, what about the mentoring? Nothing was indicated. Professional development includes many forms that suit the particular needs of the employees. Okay, here he mentioned only professional development in general, but I need the difference between coaching and mentoring. Clear, Husam?
Yeah.
The question after Husam, I think I explained to one of your friends. It's a transition for primes. For primes. Your answer here, Husam, you choose because. Again, how I put because after semicolon, Husam? How? Okay, Husam? So the answer is in other words. Clear?
Okay.
Another one, Husam, the one that has residence. It's transition. This one, Husam. Yes, this one. I also explain it, Husam. The three of them cause and effect, Husam. The only one at the end is contradiction. What you choose, Husam, is therefore. Here they complain about the problem that they face in their neighborhood, and they didn't want to pay taxes to solve this problem. So on the contrary, clear?
Yeah.
Thank you, Husam. After jury, she's not here, but I'm gonna explain for her. Okay, because she's gonna watch this kind of recording. The first one, jury, the same question, rhetorical synthesis. I need to describe the walk shape. The walk shape. Your answer, jury, you got it for C. Nothing here took about the shape. You are like Husam. Nothing here took about the shape. The question after, I think this new, in 1986, transition. Here, jury put it actually, in fact, and in fact is emphasizing. Let's find specifically specialization. For example, exemplification. However, contradiction. In fact, emphasizing a sentence before and sentence after. Here he said, young on-the-go eaters were thrilled. These are sentences. Young on-the-go eaters were thrilled, excited. Then after that he said, those who prize regional food, traditional food, and Italy convivial culture built on cooking and long meals feared that the restaurant signaled the death of a way of life. So those people were thrilled, the other people were feared. So this is contradiction, Judy. Contradiction. The question after. Okay. It's a transition. It had the lazy checkout. This one. Actually, jury make it here while. Let's find. Then sequence. Consequently, cause and effect. Therefore, cause and effect. While contradiction. Take a sentence before and the sentence after to find the relationship. He said the lazy checkout clerk poured the six-pack of cola into the bottom of the bag, tearing it. Like in Panda, when they are putting things in the bag, he just push it. So he teared the bag. After he said what? She shrugged her shoulders, the one that pushed, and said, I guess you will have to carry the bag from the bottom. So it's a kind of sequence. Then, not contradiction. Then, sequence. The question after, jury make it such as exemplification. As a result, cause and effect. Accordingly, cause and effect. Moreover, addition. Sentence before, a sentence after. He said science fiction writer Arthur C. Clarke correctly predicted that satellites would be used for communication. Then after that he said, in 1947, he correctly, addition. So he predicted the beginning correctly, and again he he correctly predicted that 1959 would be the year that the first rocket to the moon was launched. Moreover, addition. The question after, again, transition. The one that some of you make it a mistake. The same thing. Odd one out. Therefore, cause and effect, cause and effect, cause and effect. Contradiction. They complain, but they didn't pay taxes. So on the contrary. The question after. You make it jury while. Let's find. Similarly, agreement. Moreover, addition. However, contradiction, while contradiction. Both these together aside. And take a sentence before and sentence after. He said telephone interviewing allows for a large number of responses in a short time and at relatively low cost. After that, he said the method of what? Of telephone interviewing permits interviewer to reach respondent at specific times of the day. This is an important consideration of the study on radio and TV listening habits. So moreover, he add why it's important. Other one for jury. The one that has business administration. Okay, here. Jury make it here. However, contradiction. Moreover, addition. Therefore, cause and effect. Next sequence, however, contradiction. It says before, it says after. It said business administration. Graduates can obtain jobs in many different professions. Any graduate from business administration, he can join anywhere. After that, he said, people who are unsure of their career, they are not sure that you want to go where. Path often choose general business program. So therefore, cause and effect. There's no contradiction at all, jury. Okay, I'm done with jury. After is Nada. She got 24. Let's see how many questions she has as mistake. Okay, transition, some employers. Bismillah. Okay, this one. Nana, make it around the same time, a sequence. I think I explained it. Here he talk about that they're going to develop a framework, and they talk about the same framework. So agreement. Let's see if Nada has another one that has a problem in. Okay, done with Nada. The last one is Rahaf. Rahaf, you got 23 out of 25. Again, Rahaf, the first question, the shape of the walk. Rahaf, you are with me?
Yes.
The walk shape, Rahaf. Don't tell me that you make it C. Again, C. Again, C. All of you who got it wrong, make it C. Where here the shape? The shape is here. You said
عشان
that
بيتكلم عن الديزاين بتاع الواقع احنا فاكرين كنت اتوقع ان احنا كلنا فاكرين ان هو بيتكلم عن الديزاين ما قرأناش السؤال.
But where is the shape? He said design only. Where is the shape? But here he said round, wide base, high angle sides. Clear, Rahaf?
Yes.
Okay.
Clear.
Let's go if you have other questions. Okay, another question, Rahaf. The one for the doctor, eating sweets. It's transition. Rahaf, this one. Also, I explained it before. You make it for example, Rahav. No, the doctors actually are using it to reduce pain because it will make children happy and reduce pain. Clear?
Yes, clear.
Okay. Let me see others. There is a third one. Also for the business administration. This one. You make it Rahav, however, contradiction. Despite that we said, because they can obtain many jobs, so anybody that is not sure about his job, therefore, he can join business program. Clear?
Yes, clear.
Okay. So we are done with all question, Nada. Actually, I do explain the part that you got mistaken, so I'm recording it when you hear it again. Clear?
Clear.
Okay, but you didn't attend the vocabulary. Are you ready to ask you certain question? Nada,
Yes يا مستر.
you're ready?
والله no.
No. Okay, Nada.
I'm sorry يا مستر.
Okay, Nada. So you are ready, actually, Nada, not to attend today. You were ready to not attend, right?
Maybe.
Okay. So we are lucky. We are gonna go to the last domain in our course, domain 2, that I told you that I'm gonna keep it till the end because of the vocabulary, the words. Unfortunately, whenever you're gonna go to the test, you're gonna find that the first questions in each module about vocabulary. You're gonna find 4, 3. This according to your test, because you know that it's different from one person to another, even inside the center. So why, doctor, you decide to keep this till the end? As I told you, to finalize most of the vocabulary, and alhamdulillah, we arrived to 800, and next time is gonna be 850. So I think I put an assumption that you memorize a lot of words right now to help you or guide you in this one. But take care, we're not going to depend on only words, because sometimes it's going to ask you about phrases, more than one word. Okay? Let me send for you first the answer or the annotation for domain 3. Kindly, I want you to revise. I want you to revise because we fitted 3 domains together. Domain 1, then we go to domain 4, then we finalize domain 3. Now we are on the last domain, domain 2. Let me send for you the annotation first. Okay, I sent the annotation for expression of ideas, domain 3, that include 2 skills, the transition and the rhetorical synthesis. Now, the last domain, domain 2. Domain 2 has, okay, let me send to you first, then I'm gonna tell you the explanation.
بس دومين 2 ولا دومين 4؟
دومين 2 يا احمد، احنا بدأنا دومين 1، بعد كده رحنا دومين 4، بعد كده دومين 3، ناو احنا في دومين 2. يا احمد اللي جرالك، نسيت ولا ايه؟
والله صراحة نسيت، بس اوكي.
خلصنا domain 1 information and ideas اللي كان فيه scientific والliterary quantitative والmain idea والinference. بعد كده رحنا لdomain 4 that has the boundaries and form structure. Then we go to domain 3 that has the transition and rhetorical synthesis.
Yes.
Okay. Let me share with you the screen. I have sent the file that we're going to work on. Is domain 2 hard? I'm not going to say the hard, but if you practice more, you're going to find that it's easy. Domain 2 has 3 skills. Domain 2 has 3 skills. Number 1, words in context. Number 2, purpose and structure. Number 3, cross-text connection. Let's start with the words in context. And as I told you, you're going to find that in each test that you're going to enter, that each module start with words in context. The teacher, is it hard? As I told you, that depends on how you elicit the meaning of the word or how you memorize the word. The teacher, can you give me an easy way to find the meaning of the word? Yes. Number 1, you have to know that we are using context clue to find the meaning of the word here. Context clue. And the context clue can be synonym. Like when I say smart and intelligent. So because of and, what come before it, come after it. So smart means intelligent. We can use disagreement or contradiction, like however. Young, however old. So now you know that they are opposite. We can use cause and effect, like the transition. So, Ahmed, do you know why now I brought this one also at the end? Because we're going to use the things for transition here also.
Yes.
Cause and effect. He was sick, so he didn't go to school. So what's the meaning of sick? He didn't go to school, so sick means ill. Cause and effect. We can use experience. We can use experience. Okay, let me talk more about the context clue, but let's start with the connotation first, because the connotation is one of the most important thing. I know that in the school, they give you the difference between denotation and connotation. I don't know that if you memorize this or not. Anybody hear about these terminology before? حد سمع عنهم قبل كده? Denotation and connotation?
Yes, I studied them in school.
Yes. Can you tell me what the difference between denotation and connotation?
I think connotation means positive and denotation means negative meaning.
Okay. Anybody else except Nada? Anybody hear about
No,
these?
no, no, wait. I think one means from the dictionary and one means
Excellent.
not from
Yes.
the dictionary.
Okay. Yes. Like that. Okay. So denotation, it starts with D. So related to dictionary meaning. This is the context clue. This is the context. Denotation. The connotation, it's like the magnetic field. Some words has like you're gonna find that 2 words have the same dictionary meaning but different connotation. What does it mean? Like one has positive meaning, the other one has negative meaning, and some words actually are neutral. Some words are neutral. Okay. Actually, as Dr. Tamer, I like to start with the connotation when we go to answer question related to words. So I look at the choices and find the words. Is it positive or negative or neutral? Sometimes I find 3 positive and 1 negative. So now the answer is the one that is negative. You know, the odd one out, my rule. Sometimes I find 3 negative and 1 positive. So the answer is the one that is positive. Sometimes I find 2 negative and 2 positive. So like that, I have to return to the text to find that it's positive or negative to choose. Sometimes I find neutral. Whenever you find neutral, even if there are 3 positive and 1 neutral, you cannot make it with odd one out. You have to return to the text clue. So this relates to connotation. Teacher, may you give me more example for connotation? Whenever someone asks you about your school, you're going to say, this is my second home. Why you don't say this is my second house? Why you use home instead of house? I'm gonna tell you. Home has a positive connotation. Despite home and house have the same meaning, have the same connotation. But home has positive connotation. House has neutral connotation. So because of that, when I said that my school is my second home, not my second house. Here is there is
Mister?
Ahmed, I think you want to say something.
Yes, how can I know the word connotation? Is it positive or negative or
Yeah, you have
neutral?
to memorize it. Like this one. Look here. Promising and ominous. Both of them actually means future or relate to the future. Dictionary meaning, connotation. But promising has positive connotation. Ominous has negative connotation. Clear?
So I need to memorize, is it positive or
Yes.
negative?
Yes. Now, after I find the connotation and I found that I can't solve it with the connotation because I told you if I find 3 positive, 1 negative, so the answer is negative. 3 negative and 1 positive, so the answer is positive. 2 negative and 2 positive, I have to return to the context clue. If I find any neutral, I have to return to the context clue. Okay, tell me now, how can I know the context clue? Yes. Let me open another paper. Context clue. I have here in front of you, I have 9 context clues that I can use them to know the meaning after the connotation. Take care. After the connotation. Number 1 is the definition. I can use the definition. But how I know that it's a definition? You're gonna find words like that is. That is to explain. I do remember from transition. Yes. And to give you the definition. So you can find that is, you can find the comma, you can find the dash. Now I know why, teacher, you brought this now. Why you bring this now? Why you just postpone it till now? And this parenthesis. Like here, emaciation. What does it mean? That is. So emaciation means a skeleton-like appearance. Because he said that is explanation. Emaciation, explanation is a skeleton-like appearance. Definition. Fluoroscopy, between 2 commas. After the subject, comma. Before the verb, comma. So this is a positive. The meaning of fluoroscopy. Examination with the fluoroscope. Another one. To dean. After the subject, dash. Before the verb, dash. This is a definition. What did they do, dean? A short stem clay pipe. Okay, that's the first one. Sometimes it can be examples, transition. If you find words like including, such as, for example, so you can get the meaning from the example. Like here, he said piscatorial creature, such as flounder, salmon, and trout. Salmon اللي احنا بنقول عليها salmon طبعا, salmon بالانجلش. This is a kind of fish. So now piscatorial is a kind of fish, yes. Yes. From where you got it? From the transition of such as, example. Another one. Celestial bodies, including transition, example. The sun, moon, stars. These are objects actually in the space. So celestial mean things in the space or in the sky. Another one. In the course of man's evolution, certain organs have atrophied. The appendix, for example. So what the meaning of atrophied means has wasted away. Has wasted away. Number 3, it can be the synonym of the word. And the synonym, like what I told you, the example for smart and intelligent. So intelligent means smart. Also the synonym, we can use it with the definition. Let's find here. Flooded with a spotlight, between 2 dashes here. The focus of all attention. the new Miss America began her year-long reign. She was the censure of all eyes for the rest of the evening. So censure means focus of all attention. The mountain pass with the tortuous road, winding and twisting. So now tortuous means winding and twisting. Also, we sit here like a snake. Example. So twisting and winding mean that moving zigzag. It can be contrast, antonym, disagreement, contradiction. How I know? If we find words like although, however, but. Let's find. When the light brightens, the pupil of the eyes contract. However, so what come before, opposite to what come after. Here, when the light brightens, your eyes contract. So when it grows darker, your eyes dilate. So dilate, opposite to contract. Again here, the children were as different as day and night. He was a lively conversationalist. But, so the opposite, contradiction. She was reserved and deterred. Even here there is and. Synonym. So reserved, يعني معناها متحفظة. Deterred, also the same thing. And it's opposite to the one that is talking a lot. Sometimes we use the mood or the tone. Here the connotation, positive or negative. As I told you, sometimes I'm going to find that I have two positive and two negative. And I want to decide that the word is positive or negative. I'm going to decide it from the tone of the text. So here he said, the luxurious wails معناها sweet, of the giants match the dreary whistling of the wind in the old but deserted cemetery. المقابر المهجورة. Oh my God. This is negative. Negative. So the luxurious here is negative connotation. So we have to search down about the negative word. You can depend on your
Can you repeat why you chose it negative?
بيقول لك مقابر وبيقول لك سويت وبيقول لك دريري حزن. What do you think?
Okay.
Experience. Sometimes it is number 6. You depend on the experience. Your experience. Like what? Like here. During those first bewildering weeks, inshallah, after 2 years, you're going to be in the college. So when you enter college, you're not going to find the people that they were with you in high school. Even maybe you're going to be in another country, different from the country that you lived all your life in. So during those first bewildering weeks, the thoughts of a college freshman, so I'm going to put myself now in his shoes, drift back to high school where he was in. Yes, when he was in high school, everyone knows him. Now, he is nothing, ambiguous, knew everyone, and felt at home. A feeling of what sweeps over him? When I go to the college and I have that feeling, means that I'm going to remember the past. So nostalgia here means remember the past. From where you know it? From my experience. If I put myself in the shoes of that one. In the shoes of that one. Okay, let's go to the second one. She walked away from her closet and quickly slipped the jersey. Closet means the capper that has the clothes. And she slipped the jersey over her head. She smoothed it into place over her hips, over her waist. Added a belt, glanced at the mirror, and left for work. So if I put myself in her shoes, there's a kind of clothes. There's a kind of clothes. Sometimes I can use the analysis because, you know, most of the English words is a kind of new, modern words. It's not old. Because actually English came from other languages like Latin, Spanish. So I have to divide the word into prefix, suffix, and root, like this. The story is incredible. So in means not. There's a prefix. And bel means that it's an adjective. What about cred? Cred comes from credibility, believe. So now incredible means not believable or unbelievable when I just analyze the word. So manipulist. IST means that it's a noun. Summon means it's asleep. Amble means walk. So somebody bless means the one that's walk while he's sleeping. Number 8. Sometimes I can use the inference. Inference. Relate. It look like the inference that we take it also for domain 1. For domain 1. So like this example. She told her friend, I'm through with blind dates forever. I'm not going to go with someone that I don't know after that. What a dull evening. Even here we use connotation. Negative. I was bored every minute. The conversation was absolutely vapid. So vapid here, connotation and inference. So it's something negative, uninteresting. The last one, cause and effect, transition. How I know? If we find words like because, since, therefore, thus, so. She wanted to impress all her dinner guests with the food she served. So, what did she do? She carefully studied the necessary culinary arts. So, culinary relate to the food. Culinary relate to the food. These are the context clues. So, number 1, you have to start with the connotation. If connotation doesn't succeed, go to the context clue, the 9 that I told you about right now. Let's go to the first question. I'm going to go to the connotation. Jarring, I don't know its meaning. Scholarly, it's positive. Melodic, it's positive. Personal, no, it's a neutral. The problem that jarring, I don't know. But just to tell you, jarring actually means hectic, something that is negative. Okay, teacher, can we solve it with odd one out? No, we can't. Why, teacher? Because we have one that is neutral. So we have to go to the context clue. Okay, let's find the context clue. He said in recommending Bell 5's collection, Song I Sing, a librarian noted that pieces of the spoken word poet don't lose their what? Don't lose their what nature when printed. And then he gave us explanation with the colon. The language have the same, huh? Pleasant. Thank you, positive. Delete this. Pleasant. Musical quality. Musical quality on the page as it does when performed by 5. I'm sorry. Pleasant and positive. So I'm not going to take the neutral even. And he said music. Which one relate to music? Melodic. Clear, Mizian?
Yes.
Sam, clear?
Clear.
Qabbani, clear?
Yes, clear.
Nada, clear?
Yes, clear.
Rahaf, clear?
Yes, clear.
Salma,
Yes.
your turn. And number 1, take care. Sometimes you have to fill in the space like this one. Other time you have to tell me the meaning of the underlined word. Go on and write on the chat box, please. Write on the chat box, please, for the answer for this one. For number 1. I got the answer from Salma. I got the answer from Husam. I got the answer from Qabbani. I got the answer from Nada. Waiting for Mizian and Rahaf. I got the answer from Rahaf. I got the answer from Mazen. Perfect. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Let's find characteristic. Okay. Characteristic. It's a neutral, actually. Characteristic neutral. Can be positive or negative. Standard. Again, neutral. Prestige. Positive. Accomplishment. Positive. Whenever I find neutral, I have to go to the context clue. So let's read now. He said the following text is from F. Scott. Vid Grau's 1925 novel, The Great Gatsby. J. Gatsby was balancing himself on the dashboard of his car with that resourcefulness of movement that is so peculiarly American, that comes, I suppose, with the absence of lifting work in youth, and even more with the formless grace of our nervous, sporadic games. This quality, that he balanced himself, was continually breaking through his punctilious manner in the shape of restlessness. Yes, it's a characteristic. A characteristic. Thank you. Let's go to number 2. Write the answer. I got the answer from Ahmed. I got the answer from Rahaf, from Salma, from Hussam, from Qabbani, waiting for Nada. And from Nada. Unfortunately, we have 2 here, got it as a mistake. Let's find. Commonplace. Commonplace, it's a neutral. Satisfactory, positive. Negligible. Negligible. So it's something negative. Inevitable means something cannot be avoided. So also neutral. So whenever we have neutral, we're going to go to the context clue. He said, as an undergraduate researcher in anthropology, Jennifer C. Chen contributed to a groundbreaking study. Groundbreaking study. It's challenging. She challenged. Challenged what? The accepted view that among prehistoric people, take care, the accepted view, she challenged, she was against. Female participation in hunting was, I need something for female participation. And this is the accepted view. Was what? The research team review of data from late Pleistocene and early Holocene burial in America revealed that, in fact, as many as half of the hunters in those populations were female. So this is the challenge. So now I need something against this one. Against this one. Because this is the challenge. This is the challenge. So that means female participation was negligible, was nothing. So they challenged it by saying, no, we have half or more than of the hunters were female. Clear, Hussam?
Mister?
Nada clear?
Yes.
Mister, if I find a new word, how can I know if it's positive or negative?
I told you memorization, Ahmed. You're
لا,
gonna
the first time to see this word, how can I memorize it?
okay, like negligible, Ahmed. Okay, it come from IBLE. It's an adjective, and come from neglect. Neglect. Okay.
Yes.
Number 3. Let's find. I got the answer from Hussam. From Qabbani. From Rahaf. From Salma. From Nada. Waiting for Mizian. Okay. Unfortunately, only one that solved this question right. Room year. I don't know what the meaning of room year, but I know room. So room year means bigger. It can be yes, positive. More informal, negative. Informal, negative. More careless, negative. Weaker, negative. How we get this wrong? I'm gonna go with the odd one out, and I'm gonna find that my answer is right or wrong. I'm telling you, my answer is right or wrong. We have 3 negative and 1 positive, so I'm gonna go with the positive. He said Rosa was not writing so much as planning. You have to return back to the text because sometimes in level 3 he want to deceive you. Rosa was not writing so much as planning outer panels, one by one at the typewriter. Over the years, Sam's script had grown no less detailed. No less detailed. No less means full. No less means full. No less means full, yes. But, wait. But means contradiction. So here full detailed. So here it must be negative. No, teacher. It's not A. It's not A, teacher. It's not A. It's one of the negative. Okay. So what is the opposite of full detail? Because he said no less detail. What is the opposite of full detail? Let's continue. Maybe we're going to get from the information here. He never bothered. He never tell anybody with telling an artist what to draw. He never. Oh, he's careless. Careless. So the answer is C. Clear, Ahmed?
Yes, yes.
Clear, Hussam? Hussam, clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Qabbani, clear?
Yes, Mr. Clear.
Rahaf, clear?
Yes.
Salma, clear?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to number 4. I got the answer from Rahaf. From Qabbani. From Nada. From Salma. From Hussam. You were right, Nada. You were right, Nada. Waiting for Ahmed. And from Ahmed. Okay. You are good, all of you. You answer it right. Let's make it as a kind of explanation. Routine, it's neutral. Shared. Shared. It's a if something shared, actually also it's a neutral. Standard, also neutral. Casual, neutral. All of it neutral. So I'm going to go to the context clue. He said in September 1965, a cry for justice went forth from Delano. It was a cry of outrage, people that they are sad, and a cry of hope, both of them. The picket lines and the crowd strikers meeting, the excitement in the air spilled out what longing. Then he gave us explanation. Just because things were bad last year and the year before and the years before, that they didn't have to be the same this year or in the years to come. I think now there is a kind of longing that is shared longing between all people, between the strikers. Okay. Number 5. Qabbani, I got the answer from. I got the answer from Husam. I got the answer from Nada. I got the answer from Rahaf. I got the answer from Salma. Waiting for Ahmed. Waiting for Ahmed. Okay. We have only one that got this as a mistake. Association. Neutral. Underpinning. I didn't know what does it mean, but I know pin, what does it mean? And under means under it. So something that is down. Okay, so it's neutral. Justification, also neutral. Genesis means origin, also neutral. Again, all of them neutral. Let's go there to find out. He said the Delano strikers began a long uphill fight in 1965. They began to chip away. Chip away means destroy. Chip away means destroy. At the old what? So we need a building now. Destroy a building. Of the rural farm economy in order to build. We need something here like a building. A new life for themselves and their families. Which one equal to a building here? There's no association, there's no justification, there's no genesis, because genesis means origin. It's underpinning. And underpinning means base or establishment. So the answer is B. Clear, Husam?
Sure.
Okay. Homework for next time, plus there is a quiz of vocabulary next time. We finished the first skill. Words in context. Your homework is going to be from 6 till 10. And next time is going to be words in context quiz. Any question?
The quiz about this skill?
Yes, about words.
Okay.
See you next
على
time.
طول كده
What?
هناخد كويز على طول كده يعني العسكر ده احنا اصلا عامل وحش فيه.
ما يا حسام، ما انت لازم تحفظ يا حسام، ما هو عشان احنا ما بنحفظش. طبعا المره الجايه هنكمل الهوم ورك، لسه الهوم ورك طبعا هتحله وهنشوف الدنيا ماشيه ازاي. 4 questions. بعد كده الكويز، ما احنا متعودين. After each skill there is a quiz and after the domain we have a test. اوكي يا حسام؟
اوكي.
You have a week حسام to study, not to keep anything else aside. And don't forget ان احنا مخلصين 3 domains والناس سايبينهم على جنب واكيد نسيتوا. يعني دومين 1 ده اكيد اتمحى خلاص. scientific والليتري quantitative والمين البيج بيكتشر والانفرنس اكيد اتمحى. Kindly revise. يلا goodbye.